Good afternoon, teens, and welcome back to the Board Librarian. That's right, Miss Justin is back, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own gnome. So if you have time to stop at the library, our kits will include everything you need to make this gnome. In the kits, we included 2 sheets of felt, one colored, one gray, some yarn, a wooden bead that's 1.25 inches, the template for the hat, and 2 sheets of gray cardstock. We did not include in the kit toilet paper, hot glue gun, and scissors. But if you're able to find everything else, you are good to go. So the first step in this project is to take your gray sheet of felt and cut it into 3 4-inch strips. Then you are going to cut one of those strips in half and then glue it onto the other piece. And this will create one strip that is 13 inches long. So don't worry if your gray felt doesn't look right or it doesn't look even, it's going to get hidden under the yarn, so it doesn't have to be perfect. The next step we're going to be doing is to fold the gray cardstock. Now what you're going to want to do is to fold it in half and then fold it in half again, as you can see that I'm doing right now. So the dimensions of the cardstock paper that you just folded should be 4.25 by 5.5 inches. Then you are going to take your yarn and very loosely, you're going to wrap it around the cardstock that you just folded. I recommend to do it on the short way and wrap it around on the short end at least 100 times. Try not to do it tightly because you are going to have to take your scissors and cut through it. So you can see I'm fast forwarding this bit a little bit just because it does take a little bit of time. So as you can see, I am taking my scissors and cutting through one side of the yarn. It looks difficult because it is difficult. There's a lot of yarn you're cutting through, and I said that scissors would suffice, but thinking about it now, if I had grabbed some fabric scissors, it probably would have taken me quite a shorter time to do this bit. However, as you can see, scissors work. In theory, your yarn pieces should be about 8.5 inches tall, and then you're going to want to set those aside for now. So the next part in your project is to take your hot glue gun and glue down the strips of yarn that you just cut. As you can see, you kind of do it bit by bit and make sure that on one end it's all pretty even, which is at the bottom, and just try your best to cover it up as evenly as possible. As you can see, I'm doing right now. So once you are done hot gluing the strips of yarn to the top edge of the gray felt strip, you are going to want to take the hot glue gun and run it across the middle. And this is going to create a double layer effect of the beard. And you can do it bit by bit. As you can see, it's easier this way. And just be careful, the hot glue gun is very hot. So just make sure that you're doing it piece by piece and not burning yourself in the process. Once you've completed hot gluing the double layer of the yarn, I recommend taking your scissors and giving his little beard a trim. The next step is the gnome hat. And what you're going to do is take the template, glue it onto the gray cardstock, cut that out, and then once you have it cut out, hot glue it to the colored sheet of felt that you received, and then you are going to cut out the felt and you're going to leave about 1/2 inch of extra felt on the left hand side. The next part is creating a cone shape for the gnome's hat. Try your best to kind of fold it in or make it into the cone shape as best as you can, and then add the hot glue gun portion to the extra felt that you left on the left hand side and kind of glue it together as best as you can. The next part is to take the gray felt and wrap it around the toilet paper. And the one piece that you left open, you are going to glue the end pieces together. Now, disclaimer, and I found this out the hard way. Not all toilet papers are the same size. Gasp. So, as you can see, I am struggling to make my gnome's hat fit on top of the beard. So, I am fixing it by just taking it and hot gluing the top portion onto the hat itself. It's a bit messy, as you can see, and the end result, the gnome is not going to sit perfectly on top of the toilet paper, but that's okay. You can just kind of have him chilling on top of it and having a good time anyway. So again, it's okay if it's not even to the cone hat and the beard. If you have extra, you can trim it. And as you can see, I'm removing the extra pieces of felt that is not connected or hot glued to the beard to kind of allow my gnome to sit nicely on top of the toilet paper. And last but not least, you get to finally glue the wooden bead and give your gnome a nose. So I hope you guys had a fun time creating this. And again, any questions, feel free to reach out to us. I am Miss Justin, and thank you for tuning in. Until next time.